Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 281st episode of Cinema Effect and the first episode of a concert film. Today,
Historic episode for sure.
yeah, this is exciting stuff. We'll see how it plays out. Every Monday, we talk about a new film or show sometimes. This week, as I alluded to, we are doing a Stop Making Sense, the 1984 concert film for the Talking Heads. The film is directed by Jonathan Demme, who is of Silence of the Lambs notoriety.
Notoriety, yeah.
And the stars of the film are just pretty simply the band members of the Talking Heads. I don't know, do I go through with them all? Or?
If you want.
Yeah, David's the important one, and then there's a couple others. It's a decent length, you know. I mean, like I definitely wouldn't be complaining if I got a 90-minute concert these days, given how short some sets are. So that's a positive. Yeah. Look, I don't have the biggest history with Talking Heads. I listened to a couple of albums, but I never really attached myself too much to them. Like my favorite song of theirs is probably it's probably not even like it's Burning Down the House, but it's not their version of Burning Down the House. It's the Noah Hawley and Jeff Russo cover. So every time I hear their version of Burning Down the House, it just sounds like a fucking party song. And like I'm always like hit with like a whiplash because like the Legion version is just like so like atmospheric and like I don't know, oozing with like I don't know, just tension.
Just non-dance energy.
Yeah, like that's like my main connection to the Talking Heads is like, you know, not them. But I still do like some of their songs, and it was a pleasure to hear some of those songs still. Heaven, namely, being probably my favorite one that they actually do. So being able to pick out a couple songs from the set list that I do have a familiarity with was a fun thing. And seeing the set built in real time was also cool. I think it was overall a cool experience, but I just think as someone who doesn't get the fullest extent out of enjoyment out of Talking Heads, I don't think I got the fullest extent out of the film.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty similar in terms of my history with Talking Heads. I knew about maybe 4.5 songs that were in this. Like I do like them as a band, and I do I'm aware of David Byrne's like reputation as like a goofy guy, and just as the reputation of the band as a kind of fun, silly kind of 80s band. And I mean, I did listen to Remain in Light, which is their kind of big album, when I was just like listening to random kind of historic albums. But yeah, only really
good one.
Yeah, but only like 4.5 songs really. I could say I knew. But yeah, I don't know. I did feel what you felt a little bit in the first half, but I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty into it. I thought it was pretty infectious. I thought the filmmaking kind of mimicked the style of each song, and you know, the kind of the elevating kind of energy of the concert pretty well. So it was kind of the best you could ask for from a concert film, I guess. Just in terms of like, you know, basic filmmaking techniques like transitions and stuff, mimicking the feel of the environment and of the songs. Like on the Heaven song you mentioned, I noticed there were like slow fades as transitions, and that was like the one time that Jonathan Demme used that. So it's like definitely some filmmaking effort was put into this. It wasn't just, you know, static shots of the concert. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I thought the playfulness of the performers and just the vibe of the crowd of the concert was transmuted really well into film. So yeah, that's pretty great.
Probably like I did realize probably about an hour in that I wasn't really picking up on much of like actual filmmaking. Um, and I tried to, you know, I tried to rectify that and look out for it, but like I think I failed. So like when you kind of talk about like the benefits of, you know, having Jonathan Demme behind the camera, I
Mm.
not really something that I experienced. Um, Not to say I didn't think it was well shot. You know, I did like, I don't know, I think it was quite tight on all of the performers, like camera wise. So like that was cool, and I liked, you know, like I liked using, you know, the variety of shots they did, like, and not just of the perspective of the crowd, but like also from side of the stage and all that. So
Yeah.
I guess I get a bit out of it, like pro, like I don't know, to make this like as like one of the most revered films of all time, and like you know the example of concert films. Like I probably should have looked a bit more intently for like actual devices that give it that name, rather than just trying to enjoy, you know, David being goofy. Um, I think probably like the most obvious thing is that makes this, you know, a concert film that's worth something is like the building of the stage and the progression of the performance. You know, it takes I don't know 5 or 6 songs to like get a full band up there. Um, how did how'd you feel about that? Because I didn't I wasn't expecting that. So like when it started with just like David Byrne on stage like by himself, and like that set in the background of like the construction thing, like I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
sick. And then they hit the set, and then I was like, oh,
Um.
yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. I felt like it paid attention to, you know, the behind the scenes or whatever, the elements of the concept, but not like the film itself. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
Yeah.
at a lot of like you didn't really see many cameras in the shot or anything like that.
No.
Um,
Yeah.
which like which would have made it feel more like a regular, you know, concert film and would have kind of taken you out a bit. Um, so I think that was one element that kept kept you invested. But no, it was cool seeing the progression and the yeah, the building of the stage, um, and just everything becoming more elaborate and interesting as the set got deeper. So yeah,
Mm, yeah. Like you're right about you not seeing the cameras, like, and so much so that like, and like I don't know how often they use it, because I thought like I thought they were very sparing with crowd shots, and in fact I only really
yeah,
remember
they
some
were
later on, but like there is one where like it does flip perspective,
perspective. Yeah, into
and
the
you do see like a massive camera setup, because you're like, oh yeah, they didn't have the benefit of, you know, having fucking 4K handheld cameras back in the day,
mm,
so I'd have these like massive machines and setups that like take up crowd space. Um, yeah. Which was also like, I don't know, an interesting little viewpoint into makings of the time. Um,
mm.
I don't know. It's I mean, look, it's a concert film, so let's talk about the music. I mean, I don't think we're ever really going to get a chance to talk about music as much as we will with this review.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
how do you, like how does Talking Heads style of like, I don't know, art rock and funk kind of, how does it land for you?
How does it land? Like just in this film or
Yeah,
in
I
general?
mean, in
Yeah.
this film, and then with a bit of context.
I think I understand their style more watching this film.
Mm,
Um, because I mean, it definitely like Talking Heads has definitely um like separated themselves from the crowds a little bit from other '80s bands, like in my mind. Um, but like not as much as they have now with this film.
mm,
After watching this, just because I think you know David Byrne is so like I don't know, he's very like infectious
mm,
with how he involves the crowd and his songs is so like kind of just him having fun and so like expressive, I guess. So I guess the film helped me understand their very funk rocky style better.
sure.
Um, so yeah, I think yeah, it makes me a little bit ashamed watching this film that I don't know more Talking Heads songs because I think they're pretty cool now. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about
I
you?
think it's kind of I think it's just kind of the opposite where I'm like I'm kind of happy that like
Oh,
I'm happy
really?
to keep them where they are. Yeah, like I didn't like I liked the songs that I knew, and then like a lot of the other stuff like I just couldn't connect with fully. Like I don't know the Life During War, and that was actually kind of fun. I don't know. Some of them were fun, but then some of them were just a bit like no, I don't even know how to describe it. It was a bit candy shop, I guess. It was a bit too slick.
Well, you don't really like goofy kind of songs, do you? Like Ben Folds 5 and that kind of thing. You
No, I
don't
don't like
really.
Ben Folds. No, you're right about that. Um, I want to say like Black Country New Road have like ever since Isaac's left, like they kind of have taken on a bit of that. Like, I mean, they have a whole song about like meeting someone like online and like in Roblox and like
Oh.
so it's like when Black Country New Road does it, I like it, but like
Mm,
historically, no, I haven't. You're right about that. Like I haven't really
yeah.
liked the more weird shit, like lyrically wise.
Mm,
Not even weird. It's just I don't know. It's just like it's just happy. It's just like happy literal interpretations of like mundane events. Like I don't know. Like I just like it doesn't click. I don't know. And I feel like that's what a lot of their songs were.
yeah. Well, I think it's almost kind of like satirical as well, don't you? Like it's
Mm.
kind of like the happy wife, the happy house, happy wife kind of. Is that the what song is that? Is that Life or is that something else?
Well,
You
what's
may
the song
find
about?
yourself.
Oh, I found a job.
uh,
Is it?
I don't know, but anyway, like the lyrics in that song and other songs like the marching kind of song,
Mm.
um, they feel like they're kind of deconstructing certain parts of American life or something in a cool way. And in a very like simple kind of way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Which maybe that's not your
Yeah.
thing. I don't know. Because Ben
Well.
Folds also just kind of does that. A
Mm.
lot of his goofiness. Maybe Talking Heads is like a big influence. And then I don't know.
I think
But
like one of like the song that I've attached myself most to from their discography is from that album Rain and Light called The Overload. I don't know how that's the one that kind of came across my radar, but like it's a very bass heavy moody song, and like
mm,
I always assumed it was one of their big ones because like I knew it, but then like I was looking at numbers just now, and like it's only got 3 million listens on Spotify, which is like on the lower end of like their stuff. So like
right.
I think because of that as well, I just assumed that their discography would be a bit more split between the stuff like Psycho Killer and then also this kind of more moody Joy Division esque kind of shit. Like as like for the film, like when it was all so like you know colored and flamboyant, and I
Yeah.
didn't really get that kind of other side of the what the Overload is. It
Yeah, they don't really have any of that in this.
yeah.
Because like their most moody song in this is the kind of I don't know what it is, like the what were you saying, like hey, like high or something? It's like marching. It's kind of like that feels like it's satirizing like like the army or something.
Yeah, like all yeah
Yeah.
yeah I get that.
Um.
Life is that life during wartime?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um. But yeah, there's no like what you're describing. There's no like seriously moody songs. They all kind of have that um ironic like texture to them, I
Mm,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, that's fair. Um. Do you have anything else to say now, or do you want me to move on? Sorry.
No, no,
In that
no.
style. No. Okay. So the film was shot over 3 nights, as it did 3 performances at this place. Um, I
Oh.
think the film did a really good job of like hiding
Yeah, I didn't know that.
which night was which.
That's crazy.
I think sometimes you can tell like there's a jump to like David's state where like he's a bit
Yeah,
he's in a bit of a different, his hair's a bit different
he
or
was like
whatever.
really sweaty really early on. And I was like, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
But like it's like I mean, if you didn't realize it, I mean that's definitely positive, I guess, for the filmmaking side of it. But like that was something I was like looking for. I was like trying to find like is there
yeah,
are we ever going to see like an explicit like kind of transition where like it's obvious to tell, um, which I didn't pick up on, and seemingly you didn't pick up on either. But they did use like I was trying to see if they tracked it like the first third was one night, first next third was another night, and I think it may have been because like I think the first 4 or 5 songs where they built on the stage, I think that was definitely all one night. I don't think there was a cut
okay.
like a cut to another night there. But then later on in the film, I'm not sure whether they kept that theme of like 7 songs one night, 7 songs the next night, 7 songs the other one. I don't even know what it was 7, maybe it's five songs per. Um, but then like there is that like moment where like they changed the lights really dramatically. So I was like that could be the shift going on.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah.
Like the red lights in the back. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I wasn't I wasn't expecting the band to be this big. I thought it was like just the 4 people that were on the cover of that album. I don't know, like 8 people.
Yeah. That was surprising. I guess I could talk about the filmmaking a bit more. Like little things
Yeah,
I
please.
noticed. I mean, yeah, that was the fade transition in the Heaven song was the first time I kind of realized that the filmmaking might be mimicking, um, the songs and the concept of it. And then I felt like on the war song, there was it was really tightly focused on him, and it was kind of like that was kind of mimicking the tension that the song was alluding to, the kind of the rigidity of soldiers and that kind of thing. And then there was like the coolest part of the film I thought was the when it went to handheld when he was just kind of I don't he was kind of going a bit crazy like on the
Say the word
ground
you
and
want.
stuff. No, that's okay. Um, so that was cool. Because because the rest of the film is kind of mostly static. But yeah, there was a lot of there was a ton of angles as well. Um, ton of cameras about, and they did a good job of like showing the whole stage, the whole band, um, and all their contributions.
Yeah.
So that was cool. The stage felt like very big, um, because of that as well. So yeah, I don't know. I felt like the filmmaking it mimicked the songs pretty well and just kind of became more elevated as the concept became more elaborate and elevated in itself. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go other than just enjoyment of the music, to be honest. Look, they have crafted a really iconic product here.
Hmm.
Yeah, the font, like I mean, the font is just kind of iconic as well. In terms of like conceptual, like I don't know, have you seen other concept films? And like I don't know, like in terms of conceptualizing a story that kind of plays out from like that solo beginning to building the band and then playing and then like
Yeah.
like
No, not really. I mean,
don't really have that.
yeah. I mean, I watched the Beatles, like the Get Back documentary, which was like a
Sure.
series, and I did have like a roof stage performance at the end, but that was pretty much just like filming it and not
Mm.
much else. So I haven't really seen concept films with like this level of production and kind of intent, I guess.
Like the only other concept film I can think of like really at the moment is like the Coldplay Motherless Loader one. But even that is a bit different in that like it has like kind of documentary like elements to it. Like they have like talking head, not talking head the band, but like talking head like as in like to the
Mm.
camera. They have like segments like that, like in between a few songs every now and then, like of the like from the crowd and stuff like that. So like it still tells a story of like the band kind of, but like in a different way. Um, and obviously I like that band a lot more than I prefer that film and that technique than to this. But like I think that's just I prefer their music as well. Actually, no. Like Black Country New Road. Like when they released like Live at Bush Hall, like that was with a a video element to it. That was
Okay.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also shot over 3 nights with like 3 different themes.
Mm.
And like the crowd dressed up and like they kind of got like that was really fun.
Was it like the same kind of thing where like it was like intentional filmmaking there, or was it good just because the concerts were good?
Um, it was it I can't really remember too much about like the actual official camera work, but like they did a cool thing where like they gave certain members of the crowd like digicams to use to like record like there before and like like their experience of the concert to go with, and then like just given that like each theme was like different. It's like one night was prom, one night was like a pizza parlor, and then like I don't know something else was the other one. But like it just played
Okay.
fun. Like it was fun with like all that. So you see, I can have fun
Mm.
with music, and I can have fun with
Oh yeah, I know you can have fun with music.
yeah.
Saying that.
It's just
But was that like more about like I guess like the audience's experience of the
Not
music?
really. Like it's an element, but it's not overly focused on
Oh
that.
yeah.
Like it's a cool element to use, but like it still very much is focused on like the performance. Um, yeah. You haven't
Mm.
seen Taylor Swift's concert film to review?
No, I
No.
haven't gotten around to that one yet.
Yeah.
The errors.
Mm. You said, man, at least she does 3 hours. That's a fucking set list and a half. I wasn't expecting David Byrne to be such a kind of enigmatic character. Not enigmatic. I don't know. Engaging. I don't know. Kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe enigmatic. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting him to be the way he was. Like, once again, I think it comes back to my my perception of their music being like a bit mixed. Into thinking that that it was more like I don't know, serious in tone.
Mm.
So seeing him dance and bop his head and move around in his costume, it was quite a fun thing. Um, but you
I was aware of his reputation, but I hadn't actually like seen him be goofy in the flesh. So this cemented that. Um yeah, so he was pretty much what I expected, but I was happy he wasn't like something else. I guess everything he did here was kind of he didn't do anything twice, you know. He did like 50 different things on stage. He would like twirl around the microphone once and then be like, okay, that's seen that, let's do something else. Let's put on a big suit, you know, an oversized suit, and yeah.
do laps around the stage.
Mm. Yeah, he just did anything. He was just fucking around. He was just having fun.
Every time like the drummer's outfit fit every time the outfit changed, I just think that he remained so like auraless compared to the rest of the band because he was just in like a fucking polo and he looked like he was going like golfing on a business trip. Whereas like the rest of the band was all like in jumpsuits or his suit or whatever, and then the drummer is just like in a polo and he wants to sell me a used car.
Mm.
I really couldn't get over that fact. I don't know if if it interfered with you at all, but like I really couldn't get over the fact that the drummer just looked boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry.
No, I mean, I didn't really. That is funny though. Do you think this is something? This is a general music thing I was thinking. Is there any band you can think of? Because I think Talking Heads is a pretty perfect name for this band because it has that kind of ironic feel to it. Um, and it's kind of goofy. But do you think there's any band that like their name doesn't match up to their music? Or do you think it's pretty much? I think it's pretty accurate. Like everything I went through, felt like Lord feels like Lord. You know, Deftones feels like Deftones. Um, Radiohead, yeah, Radiohead feels like Radiohead.
Yeah, I'd back that one up.
So I don't know.
Do you think Talking Heads is apt though? Like as a name? What makes it?
Yeah. Well, Talking Heads. I don't know. It just feels like it's like deconstructing something.
Yeah.
You know, like
I get that, especially like now that I thought about it, and you mentioned about like how the lyrics seem to be satirizing something. Like Talking Heads feels like kind of thing about like just kind of saying bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
In a way. Yeah, deconstructing. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, good point.
Thanks.
Yeah. What were the 4 songs you knew?
Ah, I was trying to think of them earlier in case you asked this.
You knew Psycho Killer.
This one, yeah, Psycho Killer. This is the place, or this must be the place.
Yep.
Burning down the house.
Yep. Like did that like there were songs I recognized that I didn't even realize were theirs. Mainly it was one later on. I think it was Once in a Lifetime. I think that was the one where like I didn't even realize like that was like their song. But then like I don't know, because I only knew 1, 2.
Right, because of the cover, was it?
Well, yeah, I knew 6 songs. I mean, I wasn't much better than you. And like the thing is, like once again, even Heaven, like the only reason I'm so familiar with that song is because the National covered it for like when they did their anniversary for the Stop Making Sense thing.
Yeah, I think it was Once in a Lifetime. I think, and then I might have heard Life During Wartime, like half of that song before.
Sure.
Yeah. So pretty much like their most popular songs, like 4 out of 5 of their most popular. Unfortunately, but yeah, it was cool that they had one later that I still recognized, because I was worried that like you said with Psycho Killer, I was worried that the ones I recognized that just get off the bat.
Yeah.
So that was good. I was lucky.
So this film made you keen on diving further into their discography, did it?
Well, I'd listened to like some of the songs in this film, and then yeah, I'd listen to more of them for sure. Especially because you said like if they have more serious stuff to put out as well. I just think it's made me more interested in David Byrne. He seems very extremely creative, and I wonder what else he's made. Makes me curious about that.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, because I mean, when you're making a concert, you're crafting a mood. It's like, I mean, some songs, if you do have that different tone, like they won't be able to make the cut, especially into like when you're making a film out of it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say like I'm not really keen on listening to more than what I have now, but like it would make sense that they do have other stuff. That's like a bit more my speed. Yeah. I don't really think I have too much else. Do you know much about the band's history and how they disbanded? Like, I don't know, not long after this thing. Yeah,
I do not.
I didn't realize that either. I thought that they had like stayed together forever and just like, not that they kept making music. I knew like there wasn't like recent albums coming out, but like I just thought like they were like still like around. I didn't realize like they were officially like broken up.
I mean, it was a big band, so it's probably more. Big bands are probably more likely to break up, aren't they?
Yeah, I looked at the Wikipedia and like the timeline of like when members were there. Quite a few of these guys were only here for like this era of like Stop Making Sense. Where, like the 2 backup singers, like they were only credited for like this album. Whereas like I think it was Dave. I think Tina, is that the guitarist?
Not sure.
Dave, Tina, the drummer,
Tina,
and then George. Is George someone else that was on that?
George.
Jerry Harrison.
Yeah, I got a Jerry Harrison.
I was thinking George Harrison, Beatles. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I think like the first four. Yeah, I think David, Chris, Jerry, and Tina. I think they were like the core members, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
like the rest of them were like kind of shifting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I might be talking out my ass here. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What else you got to say? Anything else?
Mm, do you like jumping? What do you think of jumping in crowds? Because I noticed in this there was only like one or two people that were actually jumping, but I feel like at some concerts it's like, I mean, Laneway yesterday maybe changed my opinion on this a bit, but I feel like at some places it's like jumping is like the expectation of the crowd in terms of like engaging with the artist. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like in the 80s it would have been pretty uncommon for people to.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say like the crowd shot that comes towards the end of the film, where you see these guys in
Yeah,
like their fucking sweater vests
that was funny. Yeah,
and all that, and he's doing his little jump spin. Like that was a fucking time capsule and a half. But
yeah.
I could not believe my eyes with what I was seeing.
Mm,
I don't know. Like I jump a lot. Like dude, yesterday in not yesterday, or 2 days ago now in the gaze mosh. Like
oh
I think
yeah, it was
that
too.
was
Yeah,
that
you were
was
jumping in there. I mean, you probably didn't have a choice, really.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
jump or get fucking trampled.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's yeah, especially like I jump a lot. I don't know,
Oh,
you
well,
know,
didn't think
not a
you were a jumper,
jumper.
but
No, yeah.
ah,
When it demands it, I am.
okay,
But the
that's
thing
fair.
is, yeah, I mean, this is a good as time. Like this is like the best opportunity I'm going to get to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah,
But
tell me.
Melbourne crowds suck. Melbourne crowds are so fucking inactive. Like you probably didn't really experience it yesterday. I think not yesterday. You know, well, I'm going to say yesterday. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, let's just say yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like it was. I think the crowd at Land was pretty good this year. I don't like we split up a bit, so I don't know what you got to experience when you weren't with me. But like for Okellu, I mean, Wisp was a bit on the like on the left side. It was a bit on the low energy stuff. But I think our crowd was pretty good. But then there have been quite a few times recently. No, I say recently, like the past 3 years, I'd put in my recent concert stuff,
Mm,
where like the crowd just does not reciprocate energy at all in Melbourne. Like it was just like it was at hype gigs as well, and the crowd just gave nothing, and so like
really? Mm,
yeah, sometimes it's better, and like I don't know. I think it depends on like the list. That's why I was asking about like what do you think like okay listeners are like,
yeah,
because like when the music is orientated so much to like this kind of niche of like I don't know internet kids, you know, like you, I was actually impressed with how much her crowd was moving.
right,
But like
yeah,
I don't know, like you know, gives and takes.
yeah. I mean, I think that was like her doing as well because she made Harvest Sky. That was a song everyone was like jumping to. I don't know.
Mm,
That was she made that more of a dance song in a like performance of it than it usually is.
yeah.
Which was a cool thing to see.
Mm,
Um, yeah.
mm. Whereas like, okay, to be fair, like I was on the other side, like because like with Wolf Alice, like I wasn't moving much. Like you know, I was bobbing my head. I was swinging my body a bit, but like, I don't love. I didn't love the clearing, so it was hard for me to move to like it was hard for me to get into a lot of the songs. But then it was nice to see like you know these 40-year-olds in front of me, and that they were getting into. Liam, what's your final verdict for Stop Making Sense?
I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it was very effective. I think it really, transmuted the fun and energy and the playfulness of this performance, or these multiple
Mm,
performances, I guess. Um, and yeah, the little filmmaking things were just extra things that made it more um inviting and interesting. So yeah, that was pretty great.
give it a 7. I think I undersold my line for like I do like their music. Like I
Mm,
think I might have undercut that a bit. Um, yeah, I think I wish I had have looked a bit more intently at the craft. Is what I'll say. I think. I don't know if there's something I'll watch again. Really, I think I'd rather just
mm.
listen to an album. Like I don't know if I need the visuals for it. But I mean, again, like that's probably what makes it such a good experience. Because I don't think I've really ever seen a film so heavily weighted to 10s on Letterboxd.
Oh yeah,
it is insane.
yeah, it's crazy.
So I mean, maybe I am missing something. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7 now. Next up is a news chat, and we've got news chat this week. You know, we're bringing it back. Zach shot it in the head a couple of weeks ago, and but we're
reviving it,
yeah,
resurrecting it.
we're going Kingsman, and we're giving it the special gel.
Mm.
There was actually quite a few things this week with the Super Bowl, but we'll talk about Cliff Booth, the Adventures of Cliff Booth mainly.
Yeah, the fakest movie of all time. So fake, Zach didn't believe it was real.
Yeah, dude, I thought this was I up until I saw this movie is not yet rated at the end of the thing, I thought this was like a 6-episode TV show. I didn't realize it was a film. What did you think?
I saw a lot of people like clowning on it on Twitter, but I thought it was pretty great, to be honest. I think it's it looks pretty. It doesn't look that like substantive, I guess. But it looks like a fun kind of like almost Coen brothery like light, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood film. You know what I mean? It looks like a more kind of schlocky or campy or whatever Hollywood film. But it looks fun. I mean the trailer was very dark. Just being a Fincher film, I guess, on Netflix, but I thought there was some cool shots in there, like the theater shot and the car like dirt racing. What is that? What's that called? Like the I don't know, the racing on the tracks or whatever. And some of the street shots are cool. So it looks cool. Yeah, cool's the only really word I have for it. Yeah.
Actually, you mentioning the look of it, because like you've been hypercritical of the Netflix look, and validly so. But when we watched like The Killer and like Mank, like how did you feel about them visually? I mean, the Mank's obviously like a different case because it's black and white. But like with The Killer, like how did you feel?
Well, like Fincher's films are pretty dark, but I feel like since he's moved to Netflix, they've been like super dark. But like in The Killer, I didn't I don't mind it. It's just that you can't really see shit in the trailer. But I'm sure it'll come off better when we watch it.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. The Killer, I think it's suited The Killer, but like it's less likely to suit this, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's just less like intense and noirish, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, The Killer was like very digital I feel like in its look, and it kind of helped with Michael Fassbender's character being so mechanical as well. So it all kind of fit the mood. But yeah, I trust Fincher the most with Netflix lighting.
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll be as bad as the Unspeakable, the Frankenstein. Yeah.
I don't really have too much else to say about this trailer that you didn't say. Other than I think it's really funny that they had to censor every cigarette and drink, despite showing like endless gambling ads and like alcohol ads during the show, during the Super Bowl. So that's some funny shit. Yeah. There was also a Mando and Grogu thing. I will talk about briefly for Zach. I still haven't seen like the trailer they released at Celebration, so I don't really have a point of comparison. But I saw people talking about how much better that one is. This was really just a teaser, just showing the two characters and just with a voiceover. It was really pointless. And it did nothing to get me keen for it because as like I'm not massive on the Mandalorian. So I kind of wish they had shown a bit more substantive trailer, especially when the movie is this close to coming out. But yeah, that was I don't know. There was also a bunch of other stuff. I don't know, Supergirl and whatnot. But yeah, that's all for news chat this week.
Yeah.
Highlights of the week. Did you watch anything this weekend? No.
Oh, I did. I watched I don't know how to pronounce it, but Why Tu Mama Tambion with by Alfonso Cuarón. It was a really great movie. It was really Um, yeah, I don't know. It was really fun. It was really like sobering in the end, I guess. It was very interesting. It was like so it's like a road trip movie. It's like these two friends and then this like one a slightly older woman. And it's like the whole film. There's like these narrative. There's like these narrative like overlays that just kind of jut in at any time, like every like 5 minutes. Like the sound completely cuts off, and then he like gives like a backstory to the character or whatever. Um, and it's like a lot of people I think have said, and I definitely felt like I thought my sound was like broken or something because the way that they just completely cut off the sound, it's like very jarring initially. Um, but like as the film goes on, it becomes more palatable, I guess, and um, really creates like a uh, I don't know, like a feeling of importance, I guess. And then there's like there's always like something happening in the background, like there's like this like big like police presence, um, and there's like riots and like all this like political upheaval that's like happening behind this fun like friend, you know, sexual discovery adventure thing.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, it's a really uh interesting movie for that, but it's mainly just pretty great watching um young Andor and Gail Garcia Bernard something. I don't know. Those two go at it as like really young actors. They like have they like start arguing throughout the film, and it's like I don't know. They're like the Spanish arguments are just super funny and fun to watch, and the scenes are just pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, no, it was a great film, and yeah, brutal ending, but the rest of the film is very fun. I mean, there's this kind of there are like facts in the film that are behind um the fun stuff that you can't like ignore, and then it like kind of comes in full force at the end. It's like there's like a class difference between the two friends. There's like the political stuff happening in the background, and um there's extra stuff with the woman which comes in later, and it all just kind of comes to a head in the last like 5 minutes. Um, so it's just really powerful stuff in the end. But the rest of the film is just like super entertaining and yeah, great Spanish language film. So yeah, did you have any highlights, Jayden? Just
Yeah.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I watched this film called Metal Skin. Um, it
Yeah.
was just on TV. I turned it on. It was in the first 5 minutes. I was like, okay. I was like, is that Ben Mendelsohn? I was like, fuck yeah, all right.
Mm,
Um, um, at the start, like I was expecting it to be like kind of a kind of a racing movie. I was expecting to be a bit like an Australian Fast and Furious because like we spend a lot of time talking about cars and we spend time at Ben Mendelsohn's dad's garage and like they're building a NASCAR and then it's like okay, so we're getting into a racing movie and then they go drag racing. But then like I mean the character stuff's always there, but then like it like very significantly like shifts to focus on the character stuff. Um, this is a very, very, very fucking messy film. Like it has some of the most jarring and odd cuts and shot selection I've ever seen in my life. And I think it's gonna be a disadvantage to the film for a lot of people. But like for me, I think it works so well just with how messy these characters like because like when I say messy, I mean I do mean it in every sense of like the way it's compiled, the way it's shot, but also story wise and character wise, and like it is just a messy film, and because like it like everything is, and but like that's not to a negative effect for me, because
mm,
it all just it all it's all kind of cohesive, and then like the story is kind of idiosyncratic in its messiness,
mm.
so that's like really cool. It does star Ben Mendelsohn, as I mentioned, so that was sorry. that's fun to see him young and looking like Nick Cave with his jet black hair and mullet thing.
Yeah, sure.
It's all set within like Altona. So that was also fun. You know, it's good to get confirmation that Altona's always been a shithole that kills your spirit. I don't know. It was just an incredible film that just read that like I can't just they just randomly stumble across and like it just kind of hits you. You know, these characters are kind of phenomenal and I love in that you have like your core 4 is this Romanian like Romanian immigrant son who's like a bit fucked up, very very fucked up actually. Then you have Ben Mendelsohn, who's like, you know, you kind of, you know, your popular Aussie kid. Oh, they're all like adolescents. They're all like 20 or some shit like that. It's like, it's all about, you know, navigating youth as well. And then you have this crazy fucking Italian. And then you have like, you know, Ben Mendelsohn's girlfriend. And like, I don't know, it's such a time capsule film to the like 90s in Melbourne. But like at the same time, like so many, like all those characters I recognize now, especially like the Italian, because Italians are, you know, like you know, she's a very outlandish character, but like the cores of it are still very much in Italians today.
Right.
So that was a fun thing. It's directed by Jeffrey Wright, and is it like when I was reading the synopsis, it said review director. I was like, I don't know who Jeffrey Wright is. But he's the guy that did Romper Stomper as well, so that was cool. I don't know. It was just it was a really satisfying film, like in its yeah, I don't know, like in it like I think in the past you've quite often brought up idiosyncrasy in films we reviewed, and like, you know, like obviously it applies. Like I've never really felt it. Like I mean, like, sorry, not that I haven't felt it, but like, you know, like I've always applied it. Like, you know, and I can agree. But like this is the first time I've seen it, and I'm like, oh, like yeah, this is synchronicity. You know, this is like shit just happens. You know,
Right.
and it was kind of great. Yeah, I was I really liked that film.
Cool.
Mm.
Add it to the watch list.
Now's a time we hand the show over to you guys, the audience.
Do you want me to read this?
Sorry.
Do you want me to read the responses on Discord or?
Up to you. Do we get anything on the on the Instagram or
No?
No. Okay. Yeah, you can read Discord if you want.
Yeah.
Last week we did ask you though.
Yes.
You know, what was your favorite concert you've been to and why? Zach wanted reasons. Go ahead.
Dr. Luke said the last dinner party band had a very good onstage presentation and new songs too. Sydney Meyer wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Is that like, does Sydney Meyer have a bad reputation?
Oh, it's because I shit talk Sydney Meyer so much. I fucking hate it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Being on the grass at Sydney Meyer is just you may as well not go. Everyone's on their fucking blankets and they're just sitting there and you're like, it's a fucking concert, man. Stand up. And then like when you are standing up, because I'm a short cunt, like you can't see other people, and then also because I'm a short cunt, like you like the sound like doesn't hit me properly. So like the speakers like I've always thought like the speakers are shit at Sydney Meyer, and like when you're up close, it's okay, but like I still suffer from the sound. So like that's why I'm like of all the concert venues I've been to, like it's my least favorite. So like I've shit talked a shit ton to Spooky, but I must agree, like it wasn't as bad that time. But yes,
okay.
yeah.
And he said the company was good too. The company made it better. So nice.
Oh, and he said that unprompted.
That's nice. Yeah, unprompted.
Yeah.
Andy said, never ever been to a concert in my life. While it may seem pointless for me to send a response, I hope Andy Lau might be my first ever concert I will go to. I've never been to a football (soccer) match, cricket match, or an AFL match in my life, so it might make sense with concerts too. Movies and comedy shows meet my price range, I guess. Gotta get Andy to a concert.
He does later acknowledge that he did see Ray O'Leary, so I don't know if that's his favorite, but like
sure.
that's the one that we get by name.
Yeah, he says Ray O'Leary in a grey suit are over David Byrne in a huge race set.
Mm.
Well, take that.
I didn't realize that he hasn't been to concerts. That's
yeah, no,
or like any kind of like of those like no live sports is interesting.
Mm.
Oh, he's been to the Australian Open though, so I mean like that's something.
Ah, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach says the best concert I've been to so far was my first one last year, being Bear McCreary at the Forum. We were close up, right in the middle with perfect visibility, and the set was sick, combining his hard rock album with versions of his game and TV scores. The metal cover of the Walking Dead theme was absolutely shredded. Having little to no experience, I didn't realize at the time how good I had it.
Hell yeah.
Hell. Some good responses.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised that Luke chose that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought one of his like Paul Kelly's or one of his Red Gums or something like that would take the cake. But that's...
Has he been to like Red Gum?
Yeah, he saw Red Gum in like some fuck ass pub in St Kilda.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
wow. Yeah.
Dedication. Damn.
Liam, what's your best concert experience?
Well, it makes sense for me to go first because I haven't been to as many concerts as you have, of course. But I don't know. I feel like if one of the sets from Laneway were like the full 1 hour and a half, like if OK Lou was like the full 1 hour and a half, that probably would have been my favorite. But I think it's still Lord just because I was so close to Lord. I could literally like, I don't know. Yeah, I had full visibility of Lord, as Zach says, and Melodrama was a great album, and I knew all the songs that she sung, and she was on stage with what's his name? What's Margaret Qualley's Jack Antonoff or whatever? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He came on stage for a bit. That kind of set a cool vibe, and yeah, it was just a great. It wasn't the first concert I went to as well, so that was a great introduction to concerts, I guess. Although I didn't go to another one for a while, but still, it was a great experience. But yeah, any of the concerts from yesterday, if they were a full set, definitely would have been maybe replaced it. It would have been up there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Jayden? I mean, you've been through many concerts many times. So.
Yeah, this was a hard question. I don't even know if I have a satisfactory answer for myself right now. The most fun I've had at a concert would be Sam Fender at the Palais Foreshore in 2022. That was probably the most I've ever sung, the most I've ever moved, the most I've ever felt like a crowd was involved in the show. It was incredible. Like it was like when I talk like when I'm at just like I love live music, and like that was just like one of the, like the most purest kind of like live music experience I could get because of how involved everyone was. And like I mentioned before, Melbourne crowds often suck, so like that kind of felt like a rare experience. So that's definitely one of them. And I'd say the other one. It's I'd say the other one like I mean like they're my favorite band. So like Black Country New Road at the Forum in 2024. I think. Hold on. Wait, let me. Yeah, 2024 and Massive opening for him. Like it just felt so special. So to see this band live, it just felt like such a privilege because it's just 6 performers, like at their absolute very best. Yeah, it's just so cohesive to see, like and like it just felt incredible and special and like I don't know, like it was. I mean, like yes, them being my favorite really does add to that, but like also just like to witness such, I don't know, it feels like such a pure art, like when you're watching them. It was really insane. That's all for this week on Cinema Effect. Next week's question is thanks for writing in, guys. Next week's question is what's your favorite film with shots in a void, in like a void like space? Kind of blank backgrounds. Get Out kind of vibes to kind of give you an idea.
Yeah.
The sunken place, and Get Out.
Yeah. Or like Ray in The Last Jedi, he said.
Yeah.
For our more normal fans.
Yeah. Liam, why are we asking that question? What are we watching next week?
Well, because your movie won, Jayden. You're gonna be happy. In that. Under the Skin, Scarlett Johansson movie. Very mysterious film where she wanders around Scotland and does interesting things. So, yeah.
Sounds like a good holiday.
It's on Netflix, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I wander around Scotland doing interesting things.
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thanks for joining me this week, Liam. And
That's right,
thanks for listening, audience, as usual. And goodbye.